Pistorious' court case. He's making his appearance today, and whilst all eyes will be in Pretoria, when Olympic athlete Oscar Pistorious is expected to make yet another court appearance. He's being charged with the murder of his Port Elizabeth girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp. This on what would have been her 30th birthday.
It is Riva Steenkamp's birthday today. She would have turned 30. On the 14th of February this year, shockwaves went through the PE community when social networks were buzzing with the news that Oscar Pistorious had shot his girlfriend, a local girl. When it became known that it was Riva Steenkamp who had been shot and killed, the Oscar Pistorious story was always going to have two parts, the Oscar side and the Riva side. The news of her death hit hard and was met with disbelief.
I think everyone was in shock. It's, like you phone her phone and she doesn't answer. So you just get, and then you start realizing that it is her. Obviously I didn't know her relationship and how it went, but it's tragic. Something that she shouldn't have gone that way at all.
Riva has gone long before her time. The world will be a duller place without her. But I think my feelings right now are with her parents.
Riva's devastated parents initially remained tight-lipped. Caught in their grief, they wanted to mourn their daughter in private, steering clear of all local media. 6 months might have passed since the shooting, but at Riva's school, St Dominic's Priory School, she is still remembered as the fun-loving, horse-mad teenager. Many years might have passed since she came through these gates, yet the memories are still fresh. Since the tragedy, her teachers have turned back the clock and returned to the memories captured in the school yearbooks. Pictures of her in happier times, like her matric farewell. Her 83-year-old former principal calls back the past.
Riva was a very nice, polite girl, well-behaved, considerate, bright, intelligent, and liked by her colleagues and staff. That's all I can remember.
A family friend, Dark Cowie, says the shooting has had a devastating impact on her parents.
I think it was a huge shock. And I speak regularly to her mum, and they're still grieving very, very much. And it's, I think, with the birthday coming up, it's going to be very difficult.
Riva was so popular in Port Elizabeth that her memorial service was by invitation only and limited to 70 mourners. Her death made international headlines, with foreign media crews making the trip to her hometown to cover the service. An emotional day for friends and family.
At a certain point, we were smiling whilst remembering Riva, because we only have good memories of her.
We are here today as a family. But it's only one thing missing, it's Riva. We've got together, but we've missed one.
As the matter comes back into the public eye with the ongoing court proceedings, there are mixed feelings here in Port Elizabeth about whether or not justice will be served.
I think based on the current justice system, it will be a fair trial.
I don't think the police are up to this investigation. I think they can let it slip. He's going to get off with it.
I don't think it's going to be fair, actually, because he's a celebrity. But in any case, I think justice system should actually take its course, as he should actually be punished like any other person who would commit a crime if he is guilty in any case whatsoever.
Riva's ashes were scattered in a private ceremony on a Port Elizabeth beach. Her parents have since moved from their Seaview home where Riva used to visit. They continue to deny any requests for interviews, referring all inquiries to their attorney. Janine Lee, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.
Friends and family there remembering Riva Steenkamp, who would have turned 30 today, on the day that Paralympian Oscar Pistorious is expected to make another appearance in a Pretoria Magistrates Court. And our journalist Griselda Lewis is actually standing outside the court there. Let's cross to her now and get a sense of what's happening ahead of that. Griselda, thanks for joining us again. So what's expected in court later today?
Well, good morning to you once again, Peter. Well, Oscar Pistorious will make an appearance at this court again 6 months after shooting and killing his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp. Is expected to be a very brief appearance where the case will be adjourned and referred to the North Gauteng High Court for the trial, which is scheduled to start in March next year. That's exactly when we'll start to get a sense of exactly what happened on that Valentine's Day morning when Oscar Pistorious shot and killed his girlfriend.
And it seems that he may be facing more charges than the ones of premeditated murder.
Well, that's what we're hearing regarding this particular issue, Peter. We understand that Oscar Pistorious will face 2 additional charges, one relating to an incident at an upmarket restaurant where he discharged his firearm and almost hit his friend. The others also relating to an incident where Oscar Pistorious is alleged to have discharged his firearm through the sunroof of a moving car. Now, with the state bringing that, the state would want to prove that this athlete is trigger happy, that Oscar Pistorious has no regard for the law, and that Oscar Pistorious has no regard for the safety measures associated with discharging a firearm. We understand that the indictment, the state will maintain its initial charge of premeditated murder. That's what they've been going with all along, saying that Oscar Pistorious intended to shoot and kill his girlfriend on that morning, while Oscar Pistorious maintains that on that morning he thought that Reeva Steenkamp was an intruder. He feared for his life, and then after going to the bathroom and shouting for the intruder to leave, then he discharged his firearm, shooting through the closed bathroom door, and after that calling out to Reeva Steenkamp, telling her, he says, to call for the police, and when she did not respond, it was only then that he found that Reeva Steenkamp was not at his bedside and actually in the bathroom. That's when he hit the door with a cricket bat, accessing the area where she was.
All right, Griselda, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you very much indeed for joining us, and we'll be crossing back to Griselda a little bit later on as she gives us more details of developments taking place outside Pretoria Court there. All right.